Hi everyone, Butterbean 308. I'm here with the POF. We're going to be watching a video that was posted a few days ago on Sun News Network about a battle, some conflict going on between some Ukraine soldiers and some Russian soldiers. It looked like they're embedded. The Russian soldiers are embedded in like a rural area type, maybe possible farmland, but homes and whatnot. So we're going to check that out. I'm a former Marine, spent 4 tours overseas, got out in 2006. So I've been around. The POF, he's been around. He's went over to Ukraine and done some video shooting over there and did some other high-speed, low-drag stuff. So we're just going to check this video out and see where it goes.
Granata!
Somebody is not happy inside that bunker.
Yeah, that's probably a dead Russian.
Oh, grenade out.
Notice how there wasn't a huge explosion, right?
Right, yeah. Movies get it wrong all the time. There's no fireball from a grenade.
Andy didn't look at it.
Right, yeah. Drop another one in, bud. His breathing. Dude has no idea his adrenaline's so high right now.
Враг!
Oofta. Oh, I hear a drone.
Familiar sound.
Yeah. You've messed with those, haven't you?
Yeah, just a little bit of running away from him.
There he goes. Oh, what a shot, dude. Oh, my lord. Oh, that was nutty, dude. That was insane. Good for him.
He popped the battery on the second shell.
Yeah. Oh, another grenade out. So you notice how like you really don't see what you're shooting at, right? It's just a whole bunch of blind fires, and hopefully you hit somebody.
100%.
Grenades are man's best friend. Another one out. Jesus, Mostas. That's 4 in that bunker. And there's small arms going all around them. That's insane.
Yeah, so while we were over there, we were talking to some of the drone units, and they would very often try to find an angle because they'll go corners in there, and they would find an angle to be able to shoot an RPG into to push the bunker open, and then they'll send 2 or 3 more just to confirm.
Wow.
Which really interesting. If you see some of that trash on the ground there, that's actually how Russians are being identified as where they're digging in at, because they don't place their own trash.
Right, yeah, so it's not even like a natural setup, right? So it's kind of easy to spot.
Yeah.
Like that corrugated metal there, like that's not just gonna be laying there for no reason. Does it see that pistol on the ground? There's a pistol right there. There's a random pistol laying right there.
Yeah. Well, somebody dropped it, right?
Yeah.
Back in cover.
The guy in that bunker's like, shit, where's my pistol? Oh my god. I'm glad to see they have updated weapons. Decent gear, the Ukrainians. Oh, another grenade.
Sneaky.
Yeah, that was a frag. That was a nice... That looked like a pineapple frag. What is that movie? If he's in there, he ain't happy. Oh my lord.
I don't think anybody's in there anymore.
Yeah. You know, it's sad to see like the state of homes and stuff over there. I mean, obviously it's a combat zone, and just sucks, man. It sucks for these people. Like, you know, they're living in their house one day, and now they're gone. Like, you know, they can't be there. The kitchen's never going to be used again.
Yeah.
Just so freaking unfortunate. Lives ruined over just something so trivial and dumb.
Yeah, and then fully functional homes are right next to ones that have been hit by mortars or rogue missiles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we got some
that's
drone
how
action here.
crazy the front line is.
Right into the house. Oh, that guy's. Oh my lord. I wish they wouldn't have added all them effects to the video. Dan, what size was that drone that just hit that tank? That was probably a decent sized drone, right?
So I can't tell just from the FPV on it, but there's like Mavic 3s and Vampires are the most common ones. They typically have between 6 and 8 props.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're incredibly loud, and they carry to be able to run for a couple hours. They carry like 6 massive batteries.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned over there that there's a drone
Oof.
that they specifically attach RPGs to called Baba Yagas. That
Okay.
might be some of what we're looking at here.
Okay.
That is exactly how they're doing it. So when you're at these forward command bases,
Okay.
there's roughly 8 monitors, and each one is just cycling drone feeds from the line.
So these
And-
drones are already up in the air, just waiting to, you know, be sent.
So
to
a lot
XYZ
of times
coordinates.
they'll be sitting on the road, but when it's time for them to search or they see something, that's
Mhm.
when they'll pop up into the air, and there'll be a soldier actually operating the drones, and then there'll
Like
be
in the
somebody
field
sitting-
or in the rear?
so in the field, and then there'll be somebody
Okay.
monitoring in the rear because they figured out a way to use software to send the remote signals back through things like Discord or things similar to like what our traffic cameras use.
Right.
And they'll have like 8 of them up, and they'll start identifying people through thermal. So like Mavics have thermal cameras
Okay.
on them.
Right.
They'll call out via radio, and they'll tell the person at the certain position to start running, and if they don't run, they know.
Ah, I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
One of 3 things will happen, right? They'll identify it as a friendly, they'll identify it as a foe and just eliminate the target, or they'll identify it as a foe and the foe gives up, and then they surround them with roughly 3 drones, give the person instructions via speaker, and if they don't follow the instructions, then rest in peace to them. And
Right.
then they become a prisoner.
Yeah. It's you know, the technology is crazy. Like it's been around for a while, but like the way that they've adapted the use of drones for combat is kind of next level if you think about it, because, you know, I mean, each drone is replacing a person almost, you know. It's I say a person, but, you know, I mean, it's one less person that has to be in that combat area to do bad, you know.
The entire point.
Yeah, right, and that's just amazing. I wish our servicemen and women had access to more of this stuff. You know, like, there's no reason, you know, like when I was overseas, like we didn't have drones, so like we're launching 2 or 3 rounds into bunkers and buildings and, you know, grenades, and you can only carry so many of them. So, you know, every time you turn around, you're out of something, so you have to adapt and overcome, and, you know, you're using your rifle or your pistol, and it's, you know, when there's an easier solution. Oh my lord. Look at that training. Live fire training. Good for them. Yep. Yeah, you notice how he peeked the corner. It's not like in the movies where he put his back to the corner. No one does that, by the way. No one puts their back to a corner before they peek it. That's just dumb.
Мужики. Підера добили перед собою. Хорошо. Ідем контролем сектор.
Live fire training. Amazing. Right on. Well, that's it for that video.
Yeah, Butter. We saw some really interesting things there, but the most prevalent is the use of drones, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's smart, man. It really is like, I mean, we have drones, we have handheld drones. Like some of the units I was with, like we had small like throwaway drones, but they were really for recon. They weren't for combat. They weren't an aggressor. So being able to, I don't know, like I said, just have the foresight to be able to attach an explosive to a drone that's cheap enough and that's mass reproduced relatively easy. With a throwaway battery, and you can take out a target without putting a human being in harm's way is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Makes it a war of attrition at the same time.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, and I mean, in this day and age, how hard is it to build a drone? You know, I, I mean, I don't know. I've never built one, but they can't be too hard, obviously, if they're doing it with the minimal amount of stuff that they have in the Ukraine right now. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
believe it or not, they're buying from some of the big manufacturers, right? So, props are easy to get a hold of. Replacement arms, which are very common to break, and some of the bigger drones can actually lose two or three
Okay.
of their arms and still fly, depending, if they're all on the same side. No, but
Okay.
if they're eight prop and you lose two on one and one on the other, then they're fine.
Amazing.
Um, Yeah, but the motors, if the motors go, then that's super hard to replace.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So what's the actual lifespan of these? Like, what do they expect like from these drones? Like, how many quote unquote combat missions are they expected to be getting out of each one of these drones that they use?
So they'll actually cycle out the drone pilot if they lose more than like two a week, because
Oh, really?
that's how limited they are. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
So like
it's tough
when
out there.
in the video we saw that one drone attack the tank. Now I would imagine that that's not going to be a more high speed drone. It's going to be
Yeah,
almost
that's
something
gonna
that's
be
going to be
one that's just meant
thrown
for that.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. It's got its purpose and it goes and takes care of business and never comes home.
that'll be that. Yeah,
Yeah, smart. Smart. Well, I appreciate you hanging out, man, and watching this video with me.
yeah, butter. All right, thank you.
Yeah, man. We will catch y'all next time. Thank you.